Thank you so much for joining us on this segment again. This is one of the many segments of the Purpose series. Yes, before we went on break, we talked about the prices you need to pay, or the price you need to pay in order to, fulfill God's purpose for your life. And right now, I want to talk about something in this segment that I believe is crucial to even helping us to fulfilling God's purpose for our lives. And that is potential and vision. The word potential is an interesting word, right? Everyone has been told one time or the other that you've got potential. I'm sure you've heard that before. But having potential is not enough. Fulfilling or maximizing that potential is better. I remember a mentor once told me, said, Dupe, when you were younger, as a teenager maybe, it was good for people to say you have potential. And you smile, be like, oh yeah, you're going to be great, right? And you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But a time comes when people are waiting for you. When you plant a tree, right? Nobody's expecting fruits immediately. But then the tree has the potential to produce fruits later. When the season of fruits comes and this is not happening, fruits are not coming like they should, people don't celebrate potentials. They begin to look for performance. So performance is actually the action or the act of fulfilling your purpose, your potential. So your potential refers to your latent ability, your dormant ability, your reserved power. It refers to your untapped strength, your unused success, your hidden talents, your capped capabilities. What can you potentially do? What are you able to do that you're not doing? That is potential. But you see, you don't want to keep having things you can do you are not doing. You don't want to have success you can potentially have that you are not having. How do you move from that place? But before we talk about that, there are a couple of scriptures I would like you to read. Genesis 1:12, Genesis 49, 3 and 4, Psalms 139, verse 14, Ephesians 3:20 and 21, Proverbs 12:24. I'm going to read one of them. So let me quickly read for you Genesis chapter 1, verse 12. I'm starting from 11. Then God said, let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants, and trees on the land that bear fruits with seed in it, according to their various kinds. And it was so. The land produced. May your land produce in the name of Jesus. May you move from potential to performance in the name of Jesus. It says the land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Right. I remember the tree, the fig tree that Jesus cursed, back in the days. He was hungry. And it was the season. The season was not, it wasn't even yet the season. But Jesus was hungry, right? Jesus was hungry. Remember when Jesus went to the wedding at Cana? The mother said, go and meet him. Whatever he tells you to do, do. And then they went. He said, woman, my time has not come. It wasn't time for him to start producing. But the woman said, just go and talk to him. When people come to you, and then, sometimes you feel like, I'm not ready. But I'm not ready. And so you keep holding back. There is a time that you need to place a demand on yourself to begin to produce. Begin to produce. Sometimes you think you're ready, you're not ready, but you're really ready. You can take that step. You can make that move. When we talk about developing your gifts, we are not saying get perfect to get started. We're saying start and then you progress, you develop as you go, okay? So potential is therefore not what you have done, but what you are yet able to do. So it will be good for us to recognize potentials, but it will be better for us to begin to perform. Somebody said that the wealthiest port in this world is not the gold mines in Egypt or the gold mines in wherever. The wealthiest place in this world is the graveyard, because there are a lot of songs that were never written that went to grave with those people. A lot of books, a lot of gifts, untapped potentials, but that would not be your story in the name of Jesus. Everything in life has potential. All men are sent to this world with limitless credit, but very few draw to the full extent. If I want to ask you, are you drawing on your gifts? Are you maximizing yourself? You're really loaded, even much more than you can think. But remember the exercise I said we should do earlier? Sit down, take stock of your gifts and your abilities. Find the problems around you and ask yourself, how can I match my gifts to the problems around me, so I can begin to use my potential, so I can move from my capped capabilities to, releasing my capabilities, okay? So your ability needs responsibilities in order for it to expose its possibilities. That sounds deep, right? Your ability needs responsibility. That means the onus lies on you. Nobody is going to force you to do things. You need to take charge. You need to own your space, own your journey, own your narrative, and say, you know what, no matter how. I remember when I was going to start putting myself out there, start doing things to make a difference in the community. I remember I had to get a coach. And that was part of my personal development journey. I had to get a coach. And I remember she said to me, Dupe, put yourself under pressure to produce. I realized that I was waiting for platforms. I was waiting to be invited to speak. I was waiting to be invited to train. I was waiting to be invited to teach. But guess what? I had all the platforms for myself to do things. And you know what? The day I discovered that I had been equipped, I began to manifest. And I dare say to you, you have been equipped. Have you seen children, people that don't even have skills up to what you can do, and they are performing, they are showing up, they are owning their narrative? See the kids, there's on Instagram, there are these young kids in a part of Lagos State called Ikorodu, and all these children do is emulate blockbuster movies, and all that, and they just showcase their gifts. Guess what? They got the attention of Hollywood recently. They got a mention, and people are looking forward to their talent, and when COVID is over, what opportunities lies for them. And guess what? These guys, what do they have? Creativity, ability to mimic. Who can you mimic? Do you just do it within your house? What are those gifts? Begin to make use of them and turn your potential into possibilities.